Good evening, guys. I'm just making sure I'm in the right spot. Which I should be. I can't believe Jennifer's power is out again. And I don't know why. Because in our area, it's not really raining or anything. It did for like a little bit, but like it didn't rain very hard here. So Jennifer, I don't know why you don't have power. I don't know. I have a hot mess. I'm a hot mess in here, and I've been unmotivated today. Like, I want to do work. Like, I have all these ideas and these plans, but I just really don't feel like doing them. So yeah, that's where I'm at today. But, and you know what's funny is, so you all know, oh, so not storms. Well, repairs in the neighborhood. Like, it's 7 o'clock at night. What the hell are they repairing? They had the huge gas leak in town earlier this morning. Evacuated like Wendy's and over. But I mean, what are they repairing at 7 o'clock at night? So something funny is I usually try to schedule all my posts, all my places, team page, VIP group, all of the places. I try to schedule them all like weeks and weeks in advance. Sometimes like before the month even starts. I had the live for tonight already planned out in July. Like, I already knew what I was going to be talking about tonight, and I already knew it was going to be parties. Well, what the funny thing is then Kristen goes and talks to us about her hostess coaching and her party packs and like the things she does. Literally was not planned, but it worked out perfectly. I thought that was kind of funny, and it really just hit me today when I realized that today was my live, because I don't know when it posts and tells you guys what I'm going live about. I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I'm going live about, because I don't remember. So see, I just wing it. I just wing this stuff. So I want to talk about parties, all the different kinds of parties, because I don't want you to think that you can only do one thing, and you don't. Okay, and don't feel like you have to be good at one thing, because you don't. You can be good at multiple things. So we all know that there's a Facebook party. You can do a text party. You can do Facebook Messenger party. You can do a Zoom party. You can do an email party. You can do a book party. You could do a pouch party. You could do a basket party. You could do a shopping link. Like, there's a million things you can do. You can literally do like in the mail party if you really, really wanted to. Anything can be called a party. So do not get wrapped up in this whole, like, what kind of party am I doing? Dude, just call it a party and it's a party. It's that simple. Like, you don't need anything. There doesn't need to be training. Okay, I went away. There needs to be a little bit of training. Cookie, what are you eating? My cat's eating something and I don't know what he's eating. You better not puke it up later. It's crunchy, whatever it is. Okay. All parties are essentially the same. You have somebody who's trying to earn stuff for free and half price. That's it. Shopping link, same thing. You have one person who has a shopping link and they're trying to earn stuff for free and half price. Facebook party, pouch party, catalog party, basket party. All of those things have one person usually trying to earn free and half price items. They're all parties. They all are. So don't get too wrapped up in it. Now, how you do them is up to you. I do my parties different than other people do them. I do multiple different parties. Do not feel that you need to have one party script. Do not feel that you have to, and you can. Okay? I just don't want you to get wrapped up in it. I don't want you to get wrapped up in like, oh my gosh, this party, I suck at parties because this party flopped. That's not the case. Every party is different. Every host is different. Every time you have a party is different, meaning this week is different from next week versus Tuesday is different than Thursday. Don't think that you were bad at, and I say this because I feel I'm bad at, don't feel you're bad at like bag parties because you did one and it failed. I did one, it failed. So I am very much the labeler of I suck at bag parties when I've only had one and it failed. But I'm trying to flip that. I don't want you to think that. I don't want you to get caught up in that. So many people are like, okay, I need this script. I need this outline of exactly how to do it. Every party is different. Every host is different. What worked with host A being like, okay, you gotta do 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they're like, okay. And they do them. It worked with host A. But host B is a tad bit scatterbrained and it's not going to work. And you're going to have to remind them 3 different ways. You're going to tell them the same thing 3 different ways, 4 different times. Okay? Have an idea of how the parties are going to work. But do not get wrapped up and they all have to be the same, or they have to run the same, or they have to be coached the same. Know what host coaching is and how to do it, but also be okay with adjusting it. I hope that makes sense. And be okay with, know how to run a Facebook. Oh, I froze. There we go. Okay. Be okay, like, know how to run a Facebook party. But be okay if your host is like, can we do it in like 3 days? And your outline is usually a week. Yep, we'll make it work. So many of us get stuck in, oh crap, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Like, my party is a week long and she only wants it in 3 days and I don't know how to flip it. Like, I don't know how to make it different. It's not hard. You've got to be able to like roll with the punches. Don't get caught up in the whole, Kristen showed us her host pack. Mine's big. Mine's in a box. Hers is in the holographic poly mailer. If you don't have that stuff, then don't do it. Remember, your host knows what you do. Your host does not know what I do. Your host doesn't know what Kristen does. Your host doesn't know what Jennifer does. Your host doesn't know what Sadina does. Your host only knows what you're going to do. So if all you can do is a scent circle and a product sheet and a sticker sheet, do it. Okay? Do not get caught up in all of the things that have to do with a party. Do not get, the biggest things for a party is you have a host who is trying to earn things. That's what you have, a host trying to earn things. And you are wanting PRV. It sounds kind of selfish and greedy, but that's the facts. You have a host who's trying to earn things and you who are trying to get PRV because you want money. That's it. That's the basis of a party. So your PRV is based on your host. Sure, does it suck? Yes. And do most parties fail? No. Because if you get one new customer or you get one new person in your VIP group, then it is a success. Yes, you heard that right. Even if the party does not get to 200 PRV, you are still successful if you got your name out to new people. If you grabbed one new customer, it was a success. If you got one new person into your VIP group who is going to see your posts, it was a success. Parties are about getting your name out to people. They are about entering a new network of people, meeting people you've never met before who didn't know who you were. So if you did those things, your party was a success despite what the PRV says. Kind of creepy, huh? Because so many of us look at party, it flopped because my host did not hit $200. Okay, yes, technically a qualifying party is $200. So for your host, it may not have hit rewards, but did you get a new customer? Did you get a new person in your VIP group? If you can answer yes to one of those questions, if not both, then to me it was a success because you have somebody in your VIP group who is now going to see your posts on a consistent basis, hopefully because you're consistent, and which could turn into an amazing customer, which could turn into a new teammate. A new customer, that means if you got a new customer, that means you got their address, you got their email, you got their phone number that you can now do all of the follow-up with. You can send them a monthly mailer. You can send them thank yous. You can do the things to keep them a customer. So it was a success. Not all your hosts are going to follow your host coaching. That's okay. It sucks. The only time that I will cancel out a party is if somebody legit starts inviting everybody. If they invited everybody on their friends list, we cut the party and we start over again. I'm only having that one time. So, don't get caught up. Like, that's my biggest thing is we have so many new people And hosting like a Facebook party is already scary to begin with because you don't really particularly know what you're doing, let alone now I gotta like show all this stuff to other people. It can be very scary. It can be very overwhelming. And there can be that moment when you're like, holy shit, don't. Okay? I don't want you to feel that way. This is supposed to be fun and this is supposed to be exciting. And if it stresses you out, then we need to talk because it shouldn't stress you out. There are only bits and pieces and times that this business should stress you out, but it should not stress you out consistently. Know that your host might not listen to your host coaching. Know that your party may not hit 200. Okay? Know that you can change things. You can change it. There are mock parties out there that have posts and verbiage and all of the things. But guess what? You can change it to make it sound like you. I change everything. Because I don't talk like that. I'm weird. I don't talk like that. So, I change all the verbiage. I change all the wording. Use things as an inspiration, but make it sound like you. If you and your parties don't have to be exactly what somebody else's are. Like if you see a script and it's a week long and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I want to do a week-long party, then don't do a week-long party. Simple. Then don't. Change it and make it the length that you want. Just because you read in somebody else's Facebook group, one of the consultant groups, that she does amazing with a 30-minute live party, and you're not comfortable going live, so you're like, I can never do a party bowl. You can do a party any way you want. Any way you want, you can do it. You just have to be comfortable and confident enough to be able to kind of flip things around and make it work for you and make it work for what you're wanting to do. And if you need help, reach out. If you're like, okay, I've done a couple parties, but I have a host that I really want to do like a smaller party, like a 3-day party or a 4-day party, or I want to do a 30-minute live party, then reach out to your sponsor, reach out to me, reach out to the team page and ask, I need help doing this. And we will help you. Okay? I just don't want you guys to get caught up. That's the biggest thing so many consultants do. They think, and like I said, I'm in that boat. So many consultants are like, I suck at this because I failed once. So I suck at this because I failed 2 or 3 times. Well, it's okay to fail 2 or 3 times. It really, really is. Maybe you need to tweak something. Maybe you didn't host coach correctly. Not correctly, but enough. You didn't say the right things, kind of thing. Forgot something. Maybe you didn't even know what host coaching was. Just don't get caught up. Like I said, I did one bag party, and she never even took her testers out. What do you need? If we do, it would be in here because cat food isn't out in the garage. Then probably not. Put it on the list. Apparently we don't have any cat food, but it ate my cat, so it's not my job. But don't, like, I did one bag party. I sent her all my testers because at that point in time, I was sending out all my testers to every host. Every host got the whole entire set of testers and a return postage label to send them back to me. And I sent it to her, and I think it was around Thanksgiving too. And I was like, don't forget to take it with you, and blah, 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 blah. She never took it anywhere. She's like, oh my gosh, I forgot, and it sat on my table the whole week. So from that party, I labeled myself bad at bag parties. And it's not true. It wasn't even my fault. Bag parties, catalog parties, pouch parties, anything that you are not actively involved in, if it doesn't do well, it's not your fault. Because you had really nothing to do with it. None of it is your fault. Unless you didn't do posts in a Facebook party. Otherwise, it's not your fault. And remember, everything we changed. Every host is different. You can do a $2,000 party with this host and then do another party the same week and do it the exact same way and the exact same coaching and the exact same everything, and it doesn't. It only gets like $50. And you're like, what the hell? Everything was the exact same. Everybody's friend's different. Everybody's time of the year is different. It just is what it is what it is. So please just don't. That's my biggest thing. What you take from here is anytime you do a party, anything can be a party. Anytime you have one person wanting to earn free and half price items, it equals a party. However you want to do it, call it whatever you want to call it. Okay? Do it however you want to do it. It's a party. If you have a host that is other than yourself, it is a party. However you're doing it. So do not get caught up in the labels of what kind of party it is. Make sure you do host coaching. That is very, very, very important. Okay? And be okay with rolling with it. Be okay with changing things up. Be okay that it might not go well this time, even though it went well last time. Be okay with that. It's okay. Always keep it in the back of your mind. As long as I get one new person in my VIP group and one new customer. If I can do those two things, it was a successful party. Yes, there are other things that make it successful too. But if you can do those two things, that is good. Now, if you do a party and you get nobody in your VIP group and no orders, I would classify that as a flop, because the whole point of a party is meeting people that you've never met before and like communicating with them and connecting with them. And you can't connect with them if they're not in your group and they didn't order, because you have no way to like keep up with them. That makes sense. So just don't get caught up. We do this a lot, and we don't get caught up in what somebody else did when they're host pack, and I can't do that. You know, I don't have the money, I don't have the funds, I don't have the stuff, I can't do that, I don't want to pay for shipping. Don't get caught up in that. Do what was comfortable for you and your business. Remember, you are an independent tinting consultant, meaning you work for yourself. You make your own business. Did you have any cat food, or did you just do dog food?
Dog food.
Is there any cat food in that? No. Okay. So do we need to go to the store tomorrow? Apparently we have to go to the store tomorrow. So do not get caught up in all the things. Do what works for you and do what works for your business, and establish who you are. And it's okay. All right? If you need help with party scripts, let me know. If you need help brainstorming, let me know. We have so many people, just like Kristen did her party. She does her parties different than I do. Her host pack is different than my pack. The way she host coaches is different than how I host coach. So it doesn't make hers better than mine or mine better than hers. It just doesn't. There are multiple ways to do multiple things. There are multiple ways to do one thing. No way is better than the other. Just whatever works for you. I've done every style of party that you can imagine, and I found something that works for me. So just don't get caught. Don't get caught up in the I have to do it this way with these things. Be okay to roll with it and change it and make it your own, and be okay with that. Be okay with creating your own, because this is your business and it's your path. Take other people's ideas and be inspired by it. All right? So I think that's it. Anything with a host is a party. Don't get caught up in the labels. If you wanted to call it a Facebook party, if you want to call it a box party, a pouch party, an envelope party, a trunk party where you stick crap in your trunk and you go and you sit someplace, call it a trunk party. Anything. Football party because I'm going to take my stuff to football practice. Whatever you want. Don't get caught up in the labels. There are multiple ways to do things, okay? Pouch party, that could be a big bag like Rachel does with Pearl. That could be a small, like 31 zip pouch with just a few things in it. Just because you see some other consultant have this big bag with like full size this and full size this and full size, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. It doesn't make hers better than yours. It really doesn't. You know, I'm doing a catalog party that I'm freaking out about because I don't normally do them. I don't think I've ever done a catalog party, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to send her, I think I'm doing like 6 catalogs. They're going to be full of stickers and information stuff shoved in each catalog, and we're going to do it. What do I have to lose? 6 catalogs. That's what I have to lose. 6 catalogs and some stickers and some information. It's given out to the people she works with. That's what I have to lose. So nothing. I have nothing to lose. You know, do it. Just do the stuff. Don't get caught up. Don't get caught. Call it whatever you want to call it. Messenger party, a text party, shopping link. Call it whatever you want. Make it your own. Figure out that path, okay? Just because I do it one way and somebody else does it another doesn't mean you have to. Just because somebody does their shopping links for 90 days doesn't mean you have to. Just because somebody does host coaching with this like super cool like host bingo card and all this, you don't have to. Figure out what feels good for you. What are you? What is your vibe? How are you in real life? I'm a goofy hot mess, like, but chill. Yeah. But it's true. It's 100% true. I'm a crazy scattered. I'm all over the place. I have a to-do list that's a mile long every single day with a schedule that changes constantly. I'm a mess, but I'm organized and I smell good and I still think I'm a princess. I talk just like I type exactly how I would talk, including messing up words, rambling. I do the same thing. I do the same thing at my parties. I like corny, stupid puns. They're my parties. Figure out who you are and what works. You know, if you like dogs, fit that in there in the party somehow, some way. You know, if you are a teacher, Jennifer's a teacher, you know, have a teaching theme party, or, you know, Professor Jennifer from Cincy, from the Cent University or whatever, something goofy like that, but make it your own. Don't get caught up. Make it your own. See what other people have and use it as inspiration. Please, 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 please. If you have questions, shout at me, okay? It's hard. It is hard. It is very, very hard. And it's very, very easy. Trust me. I'm in, being that I'm a director, I'm in a director's group with all the star directors and superstar directors. So the tippy top, the toppity top people. And I see what they do, and I see their labels with their like logos and their pictures on it, and they change out, like they have this whole beautiful background back here of warmers and this whole setup that they go live with all the time, and they always are changing out their warmers to match the season. They ordered all the new warmers and they're all back there, you know, and it's beautiful. Oh my gosh, I saw this one the other day. She has the exact same bookcases that I do in my office, and she had like the big marquee letters on top that said Cincy, and just beautiful cubes. And I thought, oh my gosh, why don't I do something like that? And then I realized, because it's not me. Like, I love the look of it and I would love to do something like that, but I would prefer to be able to go live wherever I'm at. If I'm staying in my bedroom, I don't really want to get up and go in the other room. So you've got to figure out, you've got to kind of be inspired. You got to put those blinders, but with like a little peaky spot in it where you can see what other people do, but tweak it and make it your own. If the hostess pack that Kristen showed us was like overwhelming to you, then don't do it. Tone it down. Like I said, if all you can do is a product sheet and a scent circle and a sticker sheet, then do it. Because guess what? I bet you've hosted a party event from another consultant from another company and you got squat. So think of that for a second. You probably hosted a party for somebody else and you probably didn't get anything for hosting. So anything you send is better than nothing. You know, if shipping, because Jennifer, I know Jennifer hates to pay for shipping, like despises it, absolutely despises it. Like, it makes her mad. My alarm's about to go off. I know it is. Hold on. Maybe not. Maybe I turned it off. Okay. Jennifer hates paying shipping. It's just one of those things that she really, really hates paying for. And if it can't be sent for one stamp, she really just doesn't want to do it. And that's fine. Okay, then let's talk and let's brainstorm of some of the things that you can send for one stamp that is still awesome. That's just her, and that's okay. I send big thank you packs. You don't have to send a big thank you pack if you don't want to. It's taking me many years to get to this point. So just because I do it some way doesn't mean you have to do it. You know, just because Kristen showed an absolutely beautiful that I loved, her host pack. I loved it, and I took bits and pieces of it to add to mine. So don't ever think you have to do it exactly like somebody else does. Take bits and pieces. Did you like her stickers? Okay, I'm going to add an extra sticker to my envelope. I'm going to add, you know, in it she had, I'm trying to think, like, a brochure of some sort. You don't want to send a full catalog because they ain't cheap? Then don't. Okay, I'm going to send a product sheet and I'm going to stick some stickers on that product sheet. I know I can fit them on there somewhere. Then do that. She mentioned about sticking a pack of stickers on every order that ships to her so she can build up her inventory. Do that. Add the what I call the OG, the original scents, the blueberry cheesecake, the Luna, the clean breeze, the clothesline, the black raspberry vanilla. Stick the classic scents. Do 1 pack of the classic scents on every order that ships to you, so you can create your own stock of stickers, and then slap it. There's some empty spots on them product sheets. Slap some stickers on those product sheets, and guess what? You've now sent a host pack. You've got a product sheet with maybe 3 stickers on it. You can send a sticker sheet that's got the 10 new scents on it. So now you're up to, like, let's say 13 different scents. And then a scent circle if you want. So there's 14 different scents that you sent for 1 stamp. So please just be inspired by what other people do. Do not feel like you have to copy exactly what other people do. Be inspired and take bits and pieces. It is hard, and I know that. I know that for a fact. And it can shut you down too, because you're like, oh my gosh, I saw Kristen's, and Kristen, I love you. I'm just using you because you just did yours. I just saw Kristen's packs and I can't do that. I'm not going to do a party until I can do something like that. Don't do that, okay? Seeing what other people do and feeling like you can't do it can stop you in your tracks, and don't let it do that. Write it down, save it. If you don't know how to save a post or save a video, please let me know, because it is the handiest, dandiest little thing ever. Save it and be inspired. Okay, I'm going to go back and look at it. What did she do? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that sticker, that 1 sticker that she had on there. Or I'm going to do that one thing in there. Don't feel like you have to do it all. Don't let it stop you. I do like 3-day parties with a 30-minute main, just because I do it that way, and they're themed, like super duper themed. Just because I do it that way doesn't mean you have to. You can be like, okay, I like that idea. I like the idea of a themed party, but I don't think I can do it in that short amount of time yet. So I'm going to kind of do it for a week, because that's what I do, but I'm going to theme it. Then do that. Or if you're like, I don't know how to do a theme party, but I like that it's shorter, I'm going to figure out how to make my party shorter, but I'm not going to theme it. Like, don't let the fear stop you, or feeling like you have to be like somebody else. The only thing I would say is host coaching. Host coaching is the only thing that you really need to do that, not necessarily copy, but follow. There are the main things in host coaching that we have to discuss to try to do the best that we can in the party. And those things, how you deliver them is up to you, and the wording that you use is up to you. But there are the things, you know what I mean? There are the things about not inviting too many people, about commenting on every single post, about messaging your people and not just mass inviting them. And then reaching out to them after, like, the day the party ends. Those are about the 4 main big things that I can think of right now off the top of my head. Those are about the 4 big main things that you really want to talk to your host about, no matter what kind of party you're doing. And how you deliver those can change. Some people do a bingo. Some people just talk. Some people have graphics. So, those are the only things that I can think of that are like, you kind of have to do these for sure, but you can be inspired and change it up. All right. If you have questions, please, please, please ask. Parties are a great thing. Like I said, they are a great way to get your name out. That is the whole point of a party. If you are not partying, you are not getting your name out. It's that simple. 5 people. There's 5 people in your VIP group. If you never party, you're never going to get more than 5 people in your VIP group, because how does your reach get out? If this person has a party, I suck at math. Okay, so if this one person has a party, invites 5 people, and 2 people join your VIP group, you now have 7. And then if this one has a party and 2 people join your VIP group, you now have 9. See how that works? And then this person over here, she has a party, and 3 more people join your VIP group. It's like 12 people in your VIP group. If you're not doing the parties, you're going to be stuck at 5. Your reach doesn't go very far. And 5 people can only order so much Scentsy. Even though we don't think there's a limit, there is a limit at a certain point that you can only have so much Scentsy in your life. So if you're not doing parties, you're going to hit a wall where you're not getting any new customers. Everybody's seen your stuff. You've got to get your name out there. You've got to get more people constantly moving in and moving in and moving in, because people come and go and people come and go. You're going to have people who order and never order from you again. Well, then there you go. You lost somebody. And then, you have another person who, she's just broke and it's hard for her to watch your VIP group because she's broken. She wants everything. Well, there you lost another person. You're now down to 3 people in your VIP group because you're never having any parties, getting new people in there. So you got this. You really do. Ask your sponsor. Ask in the group. Use this team page. Use this team page to your advantage. Have no fear of asking a question. What kind of party do you do? What kind of host packet do you do? Have no fear in asking for help, asking for ideas, because the more we share, the more you're going to be inspired. Just don't let it stop you, and don't let it get caught up in the whole like label thing either. Remember, it's okay. Think outside the box. This is your business with some rules, but it's your business. All right. All right. I'm going to hop off. I think, yep, and we'll hop off, maybe do some work. Maybe not. All right. Bye, guys.